Welcome to Borak Projex, your favorite project management podcast, where we go beyond project charters and charts and deep into the minds of program and project management icons and leaders. I am Alex Zulkarnain, your host and fellow project practitioner, and this podcast is brought to you powered by our sponsor PXP, Project Excellence Partners, your trusted partner in project excellence. Now, are you ready? Let's bring it on. Today, we are honored to have with us another very experienced Malaysian project management practitioner and leader who has experience in mega projects in the academia and various other corporate initiatives. I have known this gentleman since mid-1990s, a person who has gone through various hard-knock academics of project delivery and leadership. With more than 35 years of experience, he is the CEO of ITX Consultancy, a former senior general manager of PETRONAS, former CEO of PETRONAS PICL Egypt, an adjunct professor with UMT, University Malaysia Terengganu, and UPM, and the president of PAUT, Persatuan Alumni University, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tuan Haji Mohamed Amin Abdullah to the studio. Assalamualaikum, bang.
Waalaikumsalam.
Boleh panggil abang
Boleh, no problem, bro. I'm okay.
Dah lama kita kenal kan? I
Yes.
think since I masuk kerja.
I think when you first reporting to ni,
Dekat
you were
site.
with me. Yes.
Yes, 1994, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. LNG 2 project.
Yep.
Mega project. Yeah. You were maksud senior engineer dah kan?
Engineer, yeah. So you are fresh grad masa tu, right?
Fresh grad. Okay. How are you today?
Very good, Alhamdulillah. Very happy to be with you today. Nice place, nice studio.
Studio ni memang bagus ni. KL Podcast Studio. So we will have a conversation.
Alright.
This is not an interview.
Okay.
So we can flow casually.
So it's good I'm not looking for a job here, right?
I am patut tanya. So we may mix our languages,
Okay.
English and Malay.
I'm fine.
Only that two language lah.
Okay.
And hopefully our session here will benefit the project management fraternity, especially the young ones. Hopefully our audience over there watching. So when I was a young engineer, memang look up lah to people like you, and I think it rubbed off a lot of good things. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So 5 billion project kan?
Yes.
I think
that's,
5 billion
yeah.
ringgit
Ringgit, yeah.
project, LNG 2 project. So, big bro, Haji Amin, tell us a bit about your background, your personal background.
Okay. Thanks, Alec. First, thank you for having me in this session. I'm so happy to be with you after so long. I grew up in Melaka actually. And I went to sekolah rendah di Bandar Hilir English School at that time. Kalau you tahu kota lama Eva Muza, next to it there's school, right?
Oh,
That's my school.
ni city boy ni.
Kampung dalam bandar. So my
okay.
kampung is just sebelah tu. And then I went to a boarding school, Sedar, Sekolah Datuk Abdul Razak Seremban. And then after that, my education in America lah. And my family, I have 3 kids. They are still belajar lagi. So looking forward to see more engineers and people that will contribute to the nation, inshallah.
Ingat looking forward for more kids tadi.
Dah too old dah bro. Alright. So what else would you like to know?
Okay. Good.
So maybe a bit about education, right?
Mm.
So I studied in Texas, as I said that earlier, chemical engineer. Turned out to be in Texas, PETRONAS hantar ramai orang at that time. I was a PETRONAS scholar from Form 4 actually, from high school. And then when I go to America, memang ramai PETRONAS scholar kat situ. Because Texas is pretty much the capital, Houston especially capital city for oil and gas lah, for industry. So I must say that education wise daripada Texas, and then I did my master dekat UK.
Yeah.
MBA. Yeah.
So you got the international experience lah masa belajar, and it does help kan in the career.
Yeah.
Kita untung masa tu local university tak banyak kan. Kita memang kena keluar kan.
But being with PETRONAS for so long, more than I think all in about 45 years daripada sekolah menengah, university, working for PETRONAS. I must say that PETRONAS has given a lot of opportunity for me. So later, if you want to ask about my career and so on, I'm more than happy to share some of the things that I've gone through. And this is I thought PETRONAS has given such they already opened door for me. Daripada downstream, upstream, international, corporate. So I must say that I'm so thankful to PETRONAS.
That company alone is like an academy of career growth and learning.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, kita go lighter.
All right.
What are your hobbies?
Okay. Now I cycle quite a bit. I do a lot of brisk walking. But I stay in Putrajaya. So Putrajaya is a very nice place for cycling, walking, running. Yeah. So in fact, we have a group of people that do it, every weekend, walk or cycle or, I used to play quite a bit of golf, but now I try to kurangkan lah, to tell you frankly. I now kalau ada real invitation kawan-kawan for me to initiate golf tu rasa tak ada lah sekarang ni. I thought my time can be better spent. Minta maaf cakap ini, but I thought because 6 hours, 5 hours taking away from my time, I thought I may not have that luxury anymore. But okay, from time to time, casual. Kawan aja.
Kita main 9 hole je lah.
Alright.
9 hole.
No, 18. Kalau I main 18 hole.
Kena 18 lah. Tak baloi ya. Macam cepat speed golf.
Yeah, speed golf, yeah.
Any other hobbies?
I like reading lah. I thought this is something amazing that I thought this is what I inculcate. I still do a lot of training, coaching, and so on, even for PETRONAS. So one thing that I always try to impart to those who I coach, those who I interact with, is about the culture of reading, the importance of reading, because all leaders must be a reader. Successful CEO, they read more than 50 books a year. Maknanya seminggu satu lah. Setahun 52 minggu kan. Jadi maknanya kalau dia baca 50 buku. So these are, I thought the good traits of a true leader. Kita kena membaca. We must be ahead of other people. If you want to be a true leader, you must be ahead of them. And one way for you to do that is through reading. Learn it from other people. Rather than, sometimes kita wait for it to happen. Because a lot of this so-called lesson learned dah ada dah kat sana. Out there. And when you talk about project management, later lah, but I start to...
Really?
Indeed, this is lesson learned. Why go through the same problem that others have gone through? I mean, if you can read, shortcut kan. So I thought this is one good thing about PETRONAS yang kita ada lesson learned, kita ada some of this info sharing that we have
best practices,
like project manager forum dan sebagainya. I remember some of the good old days. I remember the first project management forum. I helped co-organize at that time dengan Noraza and so on. So I thought that was really good. And Datuk KZ at that time as well. And Datuk KZ was the key person behind the project management forum at that time.
What about podcasts or documentaries online? Banyak juga learning sebenarnya.
Betul.
Okay, that's good. So how did your career took off sebenarnya? Macam mana masuk ke project management? I know you went in early kan?
Yeah. These the good thing about Petronas, somehow they try to chart your career lah. When I first joined, it just turned out to be in PWTC dekat KL, project GPP2. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I know that my career will soon after project masuk operation one way or another. So kalau you buat project, you tak masuk operation, I think ada something lacking because you tak tahu the real how to. So in Petronas, they do the pretty much the full ni lah, you buat the project, commissioning, and then later operate it.
The full cycle.
The full cycle. I thought
life cycle.
That is good lah. Sebab those project people who has never been in operation, they may not understand the problem that the people that will handle the asset after that. They will know about project for one project to another and so on, but don't really. So I know that during my GPP2 punya tu is there'll be a time that I need to be in the plant, but turn out to be halfway of my GPP2 punya stint, MLNG 2 project come out, and they need people, and somehow I was identified to be part of the team, and so I jumped from GPP2 to MLNG 2.
Yes, to LNG.
Yeah, and this is a lot bigger project, of course. And this at that time more than 5 billion investment.
Maksud tu banyak 5 billion.
Yeah, 5 billion is
equivalent 10 kot sekarang.
Yeah, maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe more.
Yeah, because this in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Late 80s.
Late 80s.
So MLNG 2 is a big project. Daripada GPP to LNG is a big brother punya project lah, rather than relatively is a lot bigger, and it exposed me to organization like Foster Wheeler, and then we have Toyo, not Toyo, JGC Corporation, MW Kellogg, and I thought this is just amazing exposure, and again, as I said, I'm so glad that Petronas give me this opportunity. Yeah. So from MLNG 2 project, I joined the operation of 2 Farwa, and then after that 7 years lah in 2. 3 years project, 4 years in 2 punya operation, and then after that I joined Petchem. So I'm lucky lah. Again, daripada gas, join Petchem. Another project, PDH project. So dah masuk operation, pergi project again. And then PDH ni is a project, this is a different punya way of doing it. This is pakai EPCM. Kalau MLNG 2, GPP tu PMC, EPC kan. Tapi this the PDH project under MTBE is EPCM. So you tak ada PMC lah. You are somewhat the PMC at the same time. You manage the contractor that really deliver the job. So it's quite tough, but I thought it's something that I cherish seriously. Very tough. I remember some of the negotiation we had sampai pukul 3 pagi. Yes. With the one of the vendor for the compressor, pukul 3 pagi. So we never seen anything like that, but I thought it made me stronger.
EPCM ada lagi tak? I was exposed to EPCM juga.
Yeah.
On a few projects. I don't know. Nowadays ada lagi ke? It would require more people from our side. 3 times bigger kan?
Yeah.
And better knowledge than any contractor lah.
Yeah. It create a better team after that, especially because you learn a lot, because you do what you normally not do if you have PMC dan sebagainya. So after PDH, this is where I join operation. As I said, after project you join operation and so on. And after operation, I went for my MBA in Cardiff, I mentioned just now. And then coming back, I joined corporate function, OPI dan sebagainya.
Yeah, I remember you leading OPI.
That was amazing. OPI really changed the way I look at things. Because OPI will, how OPI has changed me. It really put things in places. It's like you go to a new organization, you look at certain areas yang in the past kita tak consciously nampak. Area for improvement, the three main areas that you need to focus on and so on.
Maybe can share what is OPI?
Operating performance improvement. So this is where operating performance improvement is where for you to start for any organisation to improve, you kena buat situational assessment lah. Kena understand.
Health check tu.
What's the real issue down there?
The root causes.
So a lot of time for you to come up with an intervention without doing a situational assessment, apa yang you nak approach kan?
Betul.
So with OPI ni, they have a method on how we look at what are the most important thing. Kadang kita address benda yang not really the spend a lot of time addressing benda-benda yang not important.
Address the symptom.
Exactly. Not really the root cause of the problem. So kalau OPI, they really go to the root cause and try to address. So I'm so lucky to have gone through OPI because after that I was appointed of the head of PETRONAS Carigali Operation Sarawak, right? And when I come to Carigali, all my experience was in downstream before that, right? Head of upstream is very difficult. The head of PETRONAS Carigali Sarawak Operation. But seriously, I use OPI and it really helps me. Really helps me. And we did well, alhamdulillah. My team and I, we did well. And Sarawak operation has improved. One of our biggest problem at that time is pipeline leak. Every year there's a pipeline leak. So I look at, through OPI lens, what are the real focus area? Really look at it. Try to understand the root cause and so on. And you'll be surprised. Seriously, the pipeline leak ada 1.5 tahun. 1.5 years after we change the pipeline, leak again. And it is caused by a small thing yang kita even tak nampak. It's a bacteria called SRB, sulfur reducing bacteria, yang eat up the pipeline.
Oh, sounds good, sulfur reducing.
So these bugs, bacteria.
Dia dalam laut tu.
Dalam air laut dia bila you supposed to pump macam we have Kazon pump. Kalau you tahu dalam offshore platform, one of the lowest point you have kat platform tu, kita ada Kazon pump where you pump this remnant oil and so on back to the pipeline, right? So sometimes they pump together with the seawater. You're supposed to pump only the oil. So when the seawater gets into the pipeline, and this is where you feed the bacteria with all this food that they need, makanan dia, and it really eats up the pipeline. So the yang paling cepat sekali 1.5 year.
They thin up the
yes. So we have a pipeline replacement program. We have a improvement program for the pipeline, and alhamdulillah, 3 years under me, Sarawak operation tak ada leak. Alhamdulillah, I must say that we focus on the right thing, and I have to drive the whole organization at that time to make sure that we address this and on. We have a very good team, even a special pipeline team, and at that time our partner was Shell as well. So we even have secondary from Shell to help us in some of these areas. Which I remember one guy from Venezuela and one from America that helped us in this. And I thought that's how,
multinational.
As a team, I'm a strong believer that if you need help, ask for help. And there are some areas where we need to learn from other people's experience. Because our partner is Shell at that time as well. No? So why not? But of course, from PETRONAS side also, we have some great engineers that really look into this. So
and after that?
After Sarawak, I went to Egypt. So so I was the head of Egypt at the time, CEO of PETRONAS Egypt for 4 years. And
4
this
years.
is- yeah. So this is a difficult time in the sense that is during Arab Spring. So this is where we invested, and our we call it WDDM punya ni, West Delta Deep Marine, which is in the Mediterranean, our block, yeah. So phase B is about 1.4 billion US dollar that we invested there. But the problem is during revolution, there's some other commercial issue and so on. But I thought we pulled it through, alhamdulillah, eventually. So I must say that was we have phase 4B project at that time. So I used some of my project experience to really, I think at that level, because I'm the CEO, board member dan sebagainya, asking the right question is very important. So for you to ask the right question, you must know. Betul lah?
Betul. Kena
You
tahu.
must know, kena tahu apa benda yang you nak tanya. So this is where I thought, experience that I went through in PETRONAS, and then bila pergi international stint, our partner at that time was BG, British Gas. So asking the right question is very important at that level lah, board member, and also as a CEO at that time. So this because you don't really execute it, get other people to make sure they deliver, right? So having that experience is just invaluable and priceless lah to because we have gone through the school of hard knocks in PETRONAS kan. Bila kat international, bila tengok, wah, not bad lah. So this guy know what he's talking about lah. So maknanya when the question makes sense to them as well. So that's where it's very important.
Yeah. After that?
After Egypt, I came back to head Group HSC.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah. So
you were quite prominent then.
So this is quite the tweak from what I have been doing, because project operation. But HSC is always in me because as people in project, people in operation, HSC is must be part and parcel of kita punya job and so on. So I find it something that nicely fit to my what I want to achieve and so on. Because I have to jaga the whole of PETRONAS kan, HSC. It's not easy lah, to tell you frankly. This is why we need to make sure that any incident, make sure you don't repeat it, learn from it, and then share it. And this is again PETRONAS. The lesson learned is something that we have a good system to simpan benda ni, and then make sure that we share dan sebagainya. After that, I pretty much retire after my stint in Group HSC. And lepas tu, I become advisor. And then I was on part-time lah dengan PETRONAS, helping here and there, PDNT, Group HSC dan sebagainya. So now I'm on my own, doing my consultancy and coaching and things like that.
Now you're contributing for the whole industry.
Yes.
Many people.
Yeah,
I know you go international, so right?
Yes.
Giving talks and whatnot.
Yeah, I try to make it something like giving back lah. Not only in Malaysia but also in overseas. Sometimes bila I pergi cuti, instead of just I normally have contacts there and so on. And normally, you are in town, okay, why can you give talk to ni?
Sambil-sambil.
Sambil, why not? I'm happy to do that. So these are some of the things yang I rasa very, very important. I'm passionate about because as I said just now, I'm so rasa indebted to PETRONAS. PETRONAS has given me quite a lot. So I sincerely believe it's time to give back. Even when I was working in PETRONAS. So through tadi you mentioned pasal PAUD kan, Persatuan Petronas
PAUD.
in Texas. So it's not one university, it is all universities in Texas. And
Ada
as I
berapa
said,
university?
more than 20.
More than 20.
So as I said, ramai yang work for PETRONAS was sent to Texas. So we have quite a good numbers of people in PETRONAS in PAUD lah. And it's about giving back. You have a lot, you have gone through so much, why not give back to others? And it's not only budak-budak universiti, macam I ajar professor is one way of giving back. Budak-budak sekolah menengah, sekolah rendah dan sebagainya. Sincerely, the impact that you can make or give to these people is just tremendous. I give you an example of, one of the intervention kita buat dekat sekolah menengah kebangsaan Meru contohnya, how ramai B40 kat situ, and how even attendance is important, how we help making sure that they come to school, even kat sekolah menengah kebangsaan Jeram contohnya, there are some students who quit school for a job RM50 sehari jual vape contohnya. So we need to change all that.
Terpaksa.
Yeah.
RM50 a day is a lot for them.
So this is what PAUD do, motivate them, inspire them, show that, this. In fact, last week there's PAUDnya member dekat sekolah Jeram sharing about his maintenance engineer dengan Mas dulu. Share, grad from, of course, Texas lah. That was just amazing. Budak-budak ni tengok, wow, abang-abang ni. Oh, sorry. Kita dah tak lama muda lah. Wah, pakcik-pakcik ni lah. Atuk.
Dahsyat lah Atuk ni. Giving back.
Yeah.
So not just PAUD, the rest pun sama lah. Giving back is it's a different kind of satisfaction, right?
Yeah. Seriously. The satisfaction here is amazing.
And when
we tengok result diorang tu, sekolah hantar kat kita kan, kata grade by GPS diorang naik by 0.97, almost 1 point. So not sungguh, seriously.
That drives us. Dah tua-tua lain brother. Kan, giving back and see the legacy or the impact we leave behind. Bang? Okay. Wah, menarik ni. Sebenarnya I tahu kalau duduk dengan you 3 jam pun tak banyak nak korek ni. So okay, this one I have to ask you. I better ask you early, takut time out kan. Generative culture. Masa you jadi advisor for PETRONAS, this one a lot of the especially project fraternity learn from you, generative culture. Tell us, what is it about?
Okay, thank you for that question, because this is something that I'm very passionate about now. And tadi we talked about OPI, and now we talk about generative culture. Seriously, looking back at what I've gone through in PETRONAS, I'm just connecting the dot, and I thought it's just amazing. So just to me, generative culture is just a continuation from OPI as well. Yeah. So when you talk about generative culture, in simple terms, generative culture is about doing the right thing right, even when nobody is watching. So if you are to create this culture for everybody to do the right thing even when nobody is watching, I thought you can achieve that is something great, right? So generative culture, when you talk about the 5 generative culture behavior, it start with role model.
Role model.
Yeah, role model kat tengah-tengah sekali tu. Kalau ingat lah, I pernah teach you this. Kat tengah-tengah tu is about role model. And then kat atas tu ada about creating psychological safety. Kat bawah tu is about conscious risk awareness, right? So when we talk about role model, is very important for us as leader. Masa role model lah. Kan? So can you touch your chin sekejap? Can you touch your chin?
Boleh.
Yeah. You feel the warmth of your own. Okay, where is your chin, by the way?
Oh, chin.
Chin is here, bro.
Tengok.
if I say something and I do something else, there's a tendency you follow what I do rather than what I
Rather
say.
than what you say.
So this is what role model people think.
Mm.
If you talk to your children, for example, if you have a young children, say high schooler and so on, don't smoke. Mat, jangan siap rokok, bahaya tau. What do you think?
Sambil cakap buat benda lain.
So it just doesn't work. Yeah, because a role model is very important. So the heart of generative culture is about role model. Kat tengah-tengah tu. And then we talk about psychological safety. Very important. Macam now you talking about project management. Kalau you tak ada psychological safety, this is where people takut nak cakap benda yang betul. Sebab takut kena punish, kena reprimand dan sebagainya. And so this is where when you talk about creating psychological safety is creating an environment where people feel safe to speak up. They can say, say out loud. They can be candid. Right? So when you create an environment where people feel safe to speak up, to give ideas, to challenge the status quo, and this is when people rasa seronok bekerja sebab dia tahu bila benda tak betul dia boleh berbetulkan, or at least bagi opinion. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of people bila dia bercakap tu, macam orang kata there's freedom of speech tapi there's no freedom after the speech. Kan? So this is where sometimes kita kena really lah. Macam project you're talking about, especially when you talk about project safety, or project execution, apa semua kan. So I've gone through banyak. Even when I was the head of group HSE, I visited many projects all over the country, even international projects, some of them. So memang benda ni sangat-sangat penting. Create an environment where people feel safe to point out benda yang tak betul. Unsafe act. Tak apalah dia tu, biarlah dia. Kita masing-masing kan. That is wrong because, for not, that's why kita ada jom patuh dan tegur kan. Kalau ada something not right, you tegur. Yeah. First you kena patuh and then at the same time you kena tegur. So these are some of the things.
Kita tak patuh, kita tegur memang tak macam tadilah. Role model.
Yeah. And also as leaders, kita kena dengar. Yeah, that's why engage authentically is there. And you're talking about feedback. So when you talk about create psychological safety, benda-benda ni lah.
That's the basis of getting feedback, real feedback.
So this now I sit in even about outside PETRONAS, right? Sometimes I think the culture that we have in PETRONAS may not be out there lah. Something yang kita take it for granted kan. It's not there out there. So this is where I play my part lah. But sometimes it's sad lah to see that the very basic thing about feedback, it's not there. About leaders must engage authentically,
Being authentic.
Be a real role model, And then tadi kita talk about role model, we talk about psychological safety kat atas. Kat bawah tu kita talk about conscious risk awareness.
Conscious risk awareness.
Yeah, it's about interdependency. Kita, as a project pun, we must be interdependent. Kita boleh buat kerja seorang-seorang ke? A lot of project is done through other people, right? And we have a lot of stakeholders. We are interdependent. We are in this together. We are in the same boat. Kalau boat tu karam, karam sekali lah kan? So this is where the interdependency is very important. And the last one is about capability, empower through capability. So we are in a high risk job, high risk industry. Empower the people with the right knowledge, the right capability. The right people with the right capability, competency, doing the right job. Tak boleh main tangkap muat aja. So this is where I thought we look it's so beautiful, this generative culture, because it's not only about safety. But I can quickly relate to project management. It's the same 5 generative culture behavior, role model, about engage authentically, and also feedback truthfully. This is part of the psychological safety. And conscious risk awareness kat bawah tadi I mentioned about empower through capability and interdependency. So this is where we simple, but I thought this is something yang for project management is just
It's quite universal.
yeah, exactly.
I like kat tim bola pun boleh ni.
Exactly.
Kan?
This is where when I shared this with the industry and even beyond the industry, so I shared some of this and they said, "Oi, it's not only about HSC." I kata, betul, this is not about generative HSC culture saja. It's about
The principles is universal.
Yeah, it's very universal. You're right.
Generative culture
Yeah,
is doing the right thing even when no one is watching.
betul.
Ada orang adopt that as a definition of integrity.
Betul.
So it is about integrity lah sebenarnya.
Exactly. Dia apa? Just macam kalau you are in a project, right? You're supposed to do some welding at 2 a.m. Okay lah, you nak check the welding X-ray lah, yeah?
Okay.
NDT lah contoh. So let's say you have 200 to do that night at 2 a.m. Even the HSC people may not be there. So the truth is, actually kalau you try to cook up something also, nobody really, they will realize it 5 years later. By then project dah habis dah. The integrity of the pipe and so the welding is not there. So this is where when you talk about doing the right thing right even when nobody is watching, is that kita kena make sure that it happen even when it's 2 a.m. and nobody is watching. So kita kena inculcate it dalam even kita punya partners, kita punya contractors.
Yeah.
Sebab the issue will not crop up there and then maybe 5 years later, which is, the pipeline should survive for the next 25, 30 years and so on. But after, short, because of no proper NDTs, and so maybe the welding is not properly done. Tapi the NDT doesn't, but they keep on duplicating.
So dia perlukan every individual to believe in it and exercise it. Yeah?
So to create a culture is not something that happen overnight.
Yes,
So
exactly.
it takes time. And macam, PETRONAS is where we are because of, something that we have done for a long time. But I sincerely believe the industry as a whole, maknanya oil and gas, and even other industry out there need this generative culture. Even macam Dosh and the Dosh pun, culture is one of the things that they are looking at now, which is I thought is super. Yeah.
So change management important.
Yes.
Nak bagi people believe in it
Betul,
to make it a
betul.
culture.
And
That's
all
another
start-
skill altogether.
Yeah, it's all start with the role model, Alex. Yang tengah-tengah.
Role modeling is crucial. That's what
Kalau the boss himself, the
the
project manager himself, the CEO himself do not believe in this, forget about it.
So culture change kena
Start
from the top lah.
Exactly. It at all level, but you should start from the top.
What about the top? Asyik tukar je susah nak
Yeah.
change culture kan. The top can change culture kan. I mean
Yes.
can disrupt the current culture kan
Betul.
every time.
Betul.
So jangan tukar selalu lah.
So in PETRONAS pun biasanya kita ada 3-4 years before you move kan. So I thought 3-4 years is good time to make attraction lah. Kan? Projek pun lebih kurang gitu kan.
Yeah. Ada projek 7 tahun.
Yalah, depends. Some of the project besar kan.
Depend daripada fail berapa kita masuk.
Betul. Betul.
Yang masuk LNG 2 daripada front end loading berapa? 2, 3. Daripada basic
Saya
design.
daripada pretty basic design. Pretty much. So that was dengan Foster Wheeler dan sebagainya lah. SIPM. Shell at that time, they call themselves at that time SIPM, kalau you recall lah.
Yes. Shell International.
Petroleum Maskapai.
What are your take on key success factors? Give us a few that is crucial for successful project delivery.
Actually, it all boils down to the people as well. You can have a great strategy process. Tapi kalau without the right people, I think you will have difficulty in delivering the project. So I thought having a good group of people that is going to deliver is, I thought, one of the most important but key success factor. And this also, when I say good work, you termasuk contractor.
The right contractor juga.
Right contractor. So maknanya kalau contractor hancur, projects tendency to hancur also. So we always talk about, contractor A ke, contractor B rating ke, C rating kan. So even macam how you select your contractor, the criteria and so on, the personnel inside the team dan sebagainya. These are all some of the criteria yang kita kena be serious about lah. Kadang bila dia buat proposal, nama hebat-hebat kan. Tapi bila kita dah award, orang lain kan. So this is where you, kita as project team must make sure that this what you we want the same person. Kita must insist on some of these things. Kadang sebab schedule apa sebab kadang kita tutup sebelah mata accept, which is to me it's not right. So I've seen in my work experience, seriously having the right people is very crucial.
The right people in the client team pun kan.
Oh yes.
Contractor might say, hey, I got the wrong client.
Yeah, betul.
A wrong client team. Susah kerja.
Betul. So this is where is the interdependency. Tadi dalam generative culture we talk about interdependent kan.
Yes.
Kita dan contractor, kita dan contractor, kita must treat them as part of us as well.
Yeah.
So contractor is is an extension of us tau.
Betul. Exactly. Good. That's a description.
They are helping us to deliver the project.
Betul.
So kalau
dia tak perform, kita pun tak dapat apa kita.
Kita tak perform, hancur.
Pun sama juga.
So sebab this is again macam I think even the client side also, we must have a good team in the sense that even to challenge the contractor, sebab contractor pun ada dia blind spot. Weak area yang with a strong project management team and so on, I think we can together deliver the project better.
That's a good key success factor indeed. What are your thoughts about improvements? Okay, katalah government suddenly kata, okay, good project delivery, I want to change something. What do you advise them?
I think make sure for any project must be led, must be executed by people yang betul-betul ni lah, not just because dia ada kat situ kita ni. So macam even macam tadi, macam you're talking about project manager dan sebagainya, must be people with the right qualification to lead the job. Kalau without the proper experience, without the proper orang kata scar pun tak ada daripada the battles, previous battle apa tu, nak deliver a real good project kadang susah, because this scar is how it teach us how to because we have gone through some of this, we are more prepared to I am for one of the believer that mistake of the past is something that kita should learn from it, and this is part of generative culture as well. It's not about blaming and sebagainya, but we must learn from the thing of the past. So macam to have a successful project team dan sebagainya for to deliver, let's say macam government, it should start with the right people as well. It's about the key success factor tadi juga lah. So maknanya even the contractor, a lot of contractor, because of the schedule and so on, they try to do shortcuts and so on. Some of these shortcuts, the impact you didn't see now, you see it later. So this is where when you talk about project delivery, when you talk about how we apply generative culture in it, is about making sure we must get it done well now, rather than orang later operation will have to deal with it because of kita as a project team, we do not handle it well.
We talk a lot about project team. What about the project sponsors? Wrong target sighting ke apa benda kan. What's your take on that one? That one kena improve kan?
Soalan cepu mas ni.
Cepu mas kan kita kena cepukan ni.
Too many tools? Not enough clarity? Planoly is the no-code platform built for every workflow. Automate tasks, align teams, and move faster. Planoly, built to work your way.
So this is where kadang kena be realistic lah. Kadang, sorry to say this, sometime, the budget cut, macam kita dah ada, the earlier project estimate, punya cost, suddenly kena cut, it seems to us sometimes a bit arbitrary as well, kan? So this is where I thought the top leaders up there so
can do better.
Yeah. So
important to have education at the council level as well, kan?
Betul, totally agree. So maknanya when you talk about generative culture, when you talk about you want to make improvement in any organization, it's the buy-in must be at all level, including the one at
kalau buat workshop dia orang start dulu lah, panggil dia orang dulu first workshop lah.
I remember this discussion when I was head of group HSC kan, about menegur about jom patuh dan tegur So this Datuk George Ratila, remember? So dia kata Datuk George kata, you know what I pergi Kerteh and I was dekat lobby ni area lah. I was walking and texting. One of these guy come to me and said that Datuk, we don't walk and text here. So I really say thank you to him and Datuk George share masa tu dekat board lah. And I thought this is a very good example of, even orang kat atas pun should listen up to people kat bawah. Kalau especially, something yang melibatkan safety dan sebagainya.
Yeah, especially so.
So, that could be the...
Okay. So, kita go to the next segment.
Okay.
I believe it's an interesting segment.
Okay.
So it's called the rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay, rapid fire is give two statements.
Okay.
Or two words. And then you choose one. There's no right and wrong.
Okay.
One that you prefer.
Okay.
So altogether about 11 to 12 questions.
Okay.
And you can explain why you choose.
Okay.
Okay. So ready
Okay.
Kau cepat jawab ni.
Alright. Rapid
Ini psychological test kat ni. But you're psychologically safe.
Okay. Alright.
Safe jangan jadikan bahan lain Okay. Basic colours, red, yellow, blue, or secondary colours, green, orange, purple.
Basic colour.
Basic colours.
That is bold.
It's bold. Dia apa? Dia macam root cause Dia asal-usul dia
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Netflix or Astro?
Frankly, I don't watch TV that much.
Oh.
Yeah, because but at home I have Astro, so maybe a bit outdated, old-fashioned, but there's sometimes watch football and things like that. So
okay. Netflix banyak cerita je. Astro the news sudah. Okay. So
old school sikit lah ini.
Okay. Astro not old school kan. Astro mana tahu dia nak taja kita kan. Okay. BMW or Mercedes?
Mercedes.
Yeah.
It's just somehow I just
kau rasa safe ke? Korang safety.
It's a good car. And PETRONAS partner dengan Mercedes for so long.
Oh, okay.
Dapat diskaun.
Itulah Beamer kenapa? Pergi
Aduh.
nak Mercedes.
But it's a good car. I enjoy.
Both good cars lah.
Well, you asked which one, so I said
Good for you. Mercedes your preference.
I have to choose one, right?
Yes.
If I can choose both, yeah, I like
Mercedes lah. Mercedes you menang. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, ini tricky sikit.
Okay.
Safety
Uh-huh.
or health and environment.
Wow.
Kita duk cakap pasal HSC, sebenarnya cakap pasal safety kan. Banyak in a lot of instances. So safety or health and environment.
Susah nak jawab ni.
Tak ada right or wrong.
I take safety because immediately they involve keselamatan orang dan sebagainya. Macam actually health and environment so very ni sebab you pollute the environment, eventually get people so.
Dia lagi indirect lah, lambat lagi. But safety immediate.
You can kill somebody. Tapi environment pun kalau you tak jaga, toxic gas pun almost immediate.
Betul juga.
So it's to me it's not seriously it's not a choice actually. To me it has to be together lah. I mean, but I cannot. I have to choose, right? But it's so tricky.
Safety lah, naturally safety.
Yeah.
Fire and air or earth and water.
Imagine your data structured into clear training plans, business plans, strategic roadmaps, and beyond. All connected, all working together. Giliga, AI that becomes part of your workflow, not a replacement, but an evolution.
Wow. Macam mana ni, Alex?
Api dengan angin, udara lah, atau air dengan tanah.
I think I try to be the cooler side lah. Water dengan earth.
Okay. Ini psikologi tau. So more grounded.
I try tu lah. Dia macam Rasulullah kata, kalau you marah, sit down atau minum air kan. Cool it down kan.
Betul lah, ambil semayang pun air. Tak ada air, tayamum dengan tanah.
Yes.
Bagus lah answer you.
Alright.
Okay, next one ni. Tak senang juga.
Okay, apa dia?
Siti Nurhaliza or Sharifah Aini?
Kau ni.
Tomata pilih satu.
Actually, it's not quite obvious choice lah, because Siti has been, for quite some time. I thought sampai sekarang ni. So I thought Siti
lah.
Yeah. But Sharifah ini dia dah dia apa? Dia tak macam Siti Nurhaliza. Siti Nurhaliza ni berpuluh tahun.
Lagi lama.
Dia punya peak period tu lama. Macam Sharifah ni after some time it goes down kan. Siti Nurhaliza sampai sekarang. I think she's still the number one singer.
Bukan Alif Syukri. Siti
female singer.
Lelaki Alif Syukri mungkin.
Tak tahu. Cannot be lah.
Awi kot.
Nampak sangat you mengikuti perkembangan.
Ikut. Tapi I tak prefer mana-mana. I suka semua. Okay. Accountable for 1 mega project or accountable for a program with 1,000 projects, smaller projects.
1 mega project, 1,000,
1,000 little ones. Program.
It's not that easy to. Tapi how big the mega lah? Kalau sometimes
1,000 times bigger. 1,000. The same lah bila 1,000 tu dengan 1 mega project.
Lebih. Okay.
Tapi ni banyak project manager. Yang ni mega maybe impact besar. Which one you want to be accountable for?
The mega, the 1 mega project.
But
I thought nak jaga 1,000 tu be quite more taxing dan sebagainya. Sedangkan the impact,
jaga program,
the impact lebih kurang sama kan. You talking about the apa? Dia punya the value dan sebagainya. So maybe I rather go for the 1 mega rather than 1,000 small one. Pening kepala lebih kurang sama.
Kesian orang kena jaga.
Betul.
Tapi ada orang pilih yang program ada.
Yeah, because it's just sometimes the nature of the people dan sebagainya. So, some people like to do that. Yeah. There's no right or wrong, right?
Yes, no right and wrong. Okay ni. Being great at golf or martial arts?
Golf lah.
Golf
Yeah, I play golf as I said earlier, but sekarang dah kurang sikit. Tapi still I enjoy playing golf. Martial art is something that I took up during high school and never really take up. Tak sambung.
Taekwondo ke apa?
Masa tu silat gayung.
Gayung. Okay.
So baik tak apa. So I pretty much stop there lah.
Tapi basic
macam you peminat keris dan sebagainya kan. So martial art and is something yang still kan banyak kan keris.
Tapi sekarang dah tua-tua ni susah nak execute a lot of the moves except for the killer ones.
Boy.
Okay, nasi kandar or nasi with asam pedas with your favourite fish, telur asin and belacan. Which one? Nasi kandar or
asam Melaka bro. So asam pedas.
Asam pedas menang. Cik pandai. Nasi kandar kalah kali ni.
Melaka lah, sorry lah.
Melaka menang. Melaka lawan Penang lah ni sebenarnya. Kalau Manchester United dengan Liverpool, mana pilih?
You know what I studied kat UK dulu kan. My house is just next to the stadium, Millennium Stadium. Masa tu Wembley was under construction. So I've watched Manchester live, I've watched Liverpool live main. And I would I would say that during my student time, seriously I really support Manchester masa tu. But the question is now I go for Liverpool.
Now Liverpool boleh tukar
boleh aku tak boleh tukar. Dia over time, your inclination towards
Liverpool menang.
Kawan I yang mana sokong Manchester tu marah sangat lah. Dulu I sokong Manchester, but this is something that I thought they play a better game as well. But Manchester.
Buat masalah kot. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, Liverpool you menang. Okay, the last question. Watching this episode of Borak Projex in time when it's published, or watching your favorite documentary on TV?
Okay lah, Borak Projex lah.
Borak Projex Tanya ni sebab dia tak suka tengok TV. Congratulations Borak Projex. You won. Susah nak menang sekarang ni.
Competition just to correct. It's not that I did not watch TV. Ada juga from time to time movie. But I try to minimize lah.
Baca buku lagi.
I mean macam apa tu, for sure the news and so on. But now news pun kita tak tengok TV sangat.
Betul,
all online.
Betul, online ya. Pakai phone je.
Ya, pakai phone. So which is a lot faster ya. So macam kita tengok TV, apa benda ni, semua dah tahu dah.
Betul.
So itulah.
Okay.
Thank you Alex.
Thank you Tuan Haji Mohamed Amin for your valuable time and very inspiring presence in the studio today. Now, this is a wrap for this special episode of Borak Projex, where we keep it real, relevant, and relentlessly project-driven. A massive thank you to our honorable guest, Tuan Haji Mohamed Amin Abdullah, for sharing his insights that only experience and multiple battle scars can bring. If you got value from this conversation, please like, follow, share, and make it viral. Or simply drop a comment in our YouTube channel or Borak Projex Facebook platform. And do not keep excellence to yourself. I am Alex Zulkarnain signing off. Until next time, stay professional, work with integrity, stay excellent, and remember, project leaders aren't born. They are built one lesson at a time. Thank you.
dia?
So
banyak benda yang apa tu nak share tapi tak tershare sebab masa kan.
Betul. Bila cakap 1 hour sekejap je.
Sekejap itu tu WhatsApp dalam WhatsApp punya. Dia cover je punya. Tapi begitu.
On a borak-borak mode.
Kita buat apa je? Tak ada apa kan? Habis dah. Makan kuih ya? Kita makan lah. Jom.
Thank you.